Hi guys, welcome back to High Yield Intraday Trading. Hope everybody is doing good. So, as requested, the topic that I'll be covering today is related to the selection of the stocks for intraday trading, the selection of the stocks for day trading. So, the reason why I have put in revisiting is because earlier also I have made a couple of videos wherein I have explained how to select the stocks for intraday trading. Now, this method is something which is a bit more advanced. Okay, the reason being, we will see a heat map here. Now it's a colorful window wherein we'll be having reds and greens. Okay, the more darker is the green color, that means the more stronger is the stock and it is moving up, and the more darker is the red color, that means that the move in the downward direction is more strong. Okay, so we will have dark greens, light greens, dark reds, light reds, everything like that. Okay, so that is basically a heat map which gives you a visual impression of which stock is doing what. Okay, and the second one is about the volume. We will see which are the stocks which are having unusual volume, right? As I always say, volume is the king, right? Volume decides whether the stock should be going up or down, right? Now, if the volume is big, that does not mean that the stock will move up. It can also move down. So either for the stock to move up or to move down, it needs to have a decent volume. Okay, so these are the two things that we'll be considering today, and depending on that we will select whether we should go, how we should select the stock, and whether we need to go long or short in that particular stock. Okay, now coming to the prerequisites. Prerequisite is, in order to use this method, you need to open an account with one of the Indian brokerage firms called as HYIT. Now, according to me, HYIT is the most advanced brokerage firm that we have till date in India. The reason is the amount of information that they provide in their trading terminal is immense. Okay, now they have two trading terminals. One is the web-based, the other one is the desktop version. In the web-based version, you cannot expect much because they have to restrict the data, or else the performance issues will be coming up, right? But in the desktop version, the amount of information that they give you is really huge. Okay, so you need to open an account with HYIT. Only after that you'll be able to see the heat map and the different columns like the unusual volume. Okay, so let me not discuss about the HYIT much in this video. You can very well open the account and then do explore. Okay, you will find a lot of things over there. Okay, now let me take you to the HYIT terminal. Okay, so this is the HYIT terminal. This is the desktop version. The name of the desktop version is HYIT 1X. Okay, so the thing that I'm talking about is you see this icon here, you click on it, this is the heat map. Okay, and you see another mobile kind of icon here, you click on it and you get the unusual volume. Okay, now how do you read what is happening here? Okay, on the left hand side of the window you see many colors, right? So Sun Pharma and Spark, they have the darkest green color. After that we have PNB, we have Lupin, we have Ajanta Pharma, we have Dr. Reddy, which are a bit lighter in which has a bit lighter green than what Sun Pharma and Spark has, right? So that means that Sun Pharma and Spark are very strong in the long direction, and after that PNB is also strong, Dr. Reddy is also strong, Lupin is also strong, stuff like that. Okay, so the more lighter the color becomes, the more weaker the stock becomes. Okay, similarly that holds good for the red colors. Okay, the more darker is the red, that means the stock is falling in that speed. Okay, so Hindalco is having a Edelweiss. Okay, this is the darkest that we have in reds. Edelweiss is there, Bell is there, GMR Infra is there. Okay, and after that comes Hindalco, Power Grid, and stuffs like that. Okay, so the more darker is the color, you know that more stronger it is, and it can continue in the same direction either for the complete day or at least for a time. If you catch the stocks at the right time, you can at least expect to make some good money out of it. Okay, this is how you read the graph. Nothing, no rocket science here. It's just a visual thing that you need to see and decide. As simple as that. Okay, so this is how you read the heat map that is on the left hand side. Now coming on to the right hand side, this is the unusual volume window. Okay, this window shows you which are the stocks which are having an unusual volume for that particular day. Okay, so the data that you see here, both for the heat map and the unusual volume, is for Friday. Okay, so I mean yesterday. Okay, so this is just a day's data. Okay, now coming on to the unusual volume. So the upper box will show you the unusual volume for the stocks on which you can take a long position. The lower box will show you the unusual volume of the stocks on which you can take the short position. Now on what do you need to concentrate? You need to concentrate on the last percentage column that you see here on the right hand side, right? So concentrate on any percentage which is more than maybe 80 or 90%. Okay, that will give you a lot of fair and good opportunity to trade the stocks and earn some decent profit out of it. Okay, so the highest that we have here is Spark. You then have Sun Pharma, Ajanta Pharma, stuffs like that. These are the stocks which are going long, which are going in the upward direction for today. Okay, I mean for yesterday. Okay, similarly for the stocks which were falling big time, okay, where like PIIND, I'm not sure what stock is that, Castrol India, everybody knows it. Okay, IndusInd Bank, Edelweiss, Divis Lab, Ultrasim CO, all these stocks were falling big time on Friday. Okay, now if you see that a particular stock, for example Sun Pharma, okay, Sun Pharma is in the darkest green in the heat map, right? At the same time, if you also see that Sun Pharma is also listed under the unusual volume counter, that makes that particular script a very strong script to trade with. Okay, because the heat map is also showing that Sun Pharma is going in the upward direction big time, and at the same time the unusual volume is also telling that the Sun Pharma's volume for Friday was really high. It was not something which was usual. It was not something that was normal. Okay, that is why they have given the name unusual volume. Okay, so if you see the same stock sitting in both heat map and unusual volume, that stock should give you the right opportunity to trade and earn some decent profit out of it. Okay, now not to forget, you simply cannot take up the trades, right? You need to the thing that you need to realize here, guys, is these are just the pointers. Okay, these are the pointers that tells you that Sun Pharma is doing well today. This is a pointer that tells you that Sun Pharma is having an unusual volume today. But does that mean that you will go ahead and blindly take a long position in Sun Pharma? The simple answer is no. Once you get the pointer for a particular stock, you need to get onto the chart of that particular stock, and you need to follow your technicals, the technicals that you follow. You might be a pivot trader who is a big fan of pivot lines. So if the pivot is asking you to go long, then you go long. You might be a big fan of crossover trading. Okay, so only if you see an upward crossover happening for Sun Pharma, then only you go long. Okay, you get my point? So don't never ever take any positions depending on whatever information you get. You have to always fall back to the script, fall back to the script chart, and see whether your technicals that you are following, that you are comfortable with, okay, if and only if those technicals are giving you a green signal to go long or short, then only you take the position. Okay, now let's get on to the charts here. So what I'll we'll just quickly have a look on what happened with Sun Pharma, PNB, Dr. Reddy, Lupin. Okay, so let me bring on the chart here and let me plot Sun Pharma. Okay, so Sun Pharma, this is Sun Pharma's graph, and if I go ahead with the indicator, let's plot pivot lines. Okay, pivot point. So pivot point standard it is. Okay, and maybe it is not clear to you. Let me make the pivot lines a bit brighter. Okay, just a moment here. I'll do it real quick. Okay, hope this is clear. So this is Sun Pharma for you guys. Okay, so this was the move that it gave on Friday. This is not a normal move. You will get very rarely when a particular stock is giving such a move. I mean, it's a 45-degree move throughout the day. Okay, but still, if the technicals are matching, why not? Why not? You can stay back in the trade for the entire day as well. Okay, so what happened here? I don't want to get into the technicals here, just to explain you. The first step is to have a look on the heat map. The second step is to see which stock is having an unusual volume. If you get the same script in both the heat map and also in the unusual volume, that becomes a good candidate for you to trade on that script on that particular day. Okay, so once you found the script, next is you plot the charts. Okay, so in this case we have plotted the Sun Farmers chart. Okay, so what happened here? If you take the second candle, it actually breached the particular resistance, right? R1 was acting as a resistance, so it breached the resistance and closed above it. So what does it mean? It means that it has all the chances to move up further. And till what time can it move up, or till what point can it move up? Normally till it can move up till the next resistance comes up. So what is the next resistance here? R2 is the next resistance, right? So in this case, it just took one candle in order to cover I mean, in order for the stock to move from R1 to R2. It is not the case all the time. Okay, it might take 4 candles or 10 candles or maybe 15 candles also in order to move from R1 to R2. Okay, now what if after the second candle, okay, what if Sun Farmer went flat? It might stay flat for the next 1 hour or maybe after 2 hours, and then it again might start moving up. Okay, so all depends on the technicals. Okay, so in this case it just took one candle to cover the difference between R1 to R2, but it is not the same all the time. It might take multiple candles also. It might move in the diagonal fashion as well. Okay, so yeah, so here you take the entry because your technicals are matching. You clearly see that the second candle has broken the resistance and closed above it. Okay, so you can go long. Okay, so similarly, whatever technicals you follow. Okay, if as I said, if you are a crossover trader, okay, if you see that the crossover is happening, the exponential moving average crossover is happening in the upward direction. Okay, only after the crossover happens, you take the long position. Right, so yeah, so the technicals have to give you the green signal for you to take the trade. Okay, so next one was what, Lupin, I believe. So what happened to Lupin here? Lupin was also a good move, right? It is also a good move, right? So apply the technicals and decide. Next was PNB, I believe, here. Yeah, PNB also gave a nice move right from the starting of the market till 10:15. So continuously for 1 hour it was moving up. Okay, so apply your technicals and then see at what time can you take the entry and what time can you book your profits. Okay, so the thing that I wanted to show here is not the technicals, but the type of scanning that the heat maps provides you and the unusual volume provides you. Okay, so try it out, guys. Okay, this is very effective. Okay, because everything is based on volume. Okay, because volume is the one which drags the stocks either in the upward or the downward direction, right? So this is something which can be tried. Try it out and let me know if it works for you. Okay, not to forget, these are just the pointers. Okay, these are just the pointers, and you have to compare and validate your technicals in order to take the trade. Okay, now this is, as I said, coming to the second part of it, as I said, this is a desktop version, so most of us will be the office goers, right? Most of the guys are holding a job, a full-time job. So and most of the companies, they don't allow you to install the exe files on the office network, right? So what you can for the guys who are the office goers, what you can do is you can install TeamViewer on your home computer and install TeamViewer on your smartphone, and you can access your home computer using your smartphone. Okay, even I have done that. I will just quickly show you. So where did it go? Yeah, okay, so this is my smartphone, guys. Okay, this is my smartphone, as you can see here. Okay, and I can move around the arrow here. Okay, so you can take the remote access of your home computer from your smartphone. Okay, so this is how I trade. Okay, so you can open up anything. This is my desktop computer. You just click, okay, and you open files. Okay, if you want to close the windows, that can be done like here, and everything has been controlled from my phone itself right now. Okay, I'm not using the computer mouse. See, okay, so close, open, do anything you like. Okay, you open the heat map here. Okay, yep. So it's just about viewing, right? So it is very handy for you to go ahead and use this, right? So make use of it. Just make sure, just a moment, where did it go? Let me close this, let me close this, and yeah, so this is the smartphone. Okay, so it's just about viewing the data, right? You are not trading anyways, so you can very well make the use of the smartphone. Okay, connect to your home computer and see what is happening. Okay, so that makes a life a lot more easier. Okay, alright then, so this is what I wanted to share with you people, okay, today. So hope that was helpful. Okay, please do open up your account with Fires if you want to make use of this particular method, and please be assured that I'm not advertising Fires, or I don't have any relationship with them or any business partnership with them. Okay, it is just that Fires gives you a lot of information. You can take Fires as day traders paradise. Okay, there's so many information that is being provided from Fires, and this is something which I have been using since the last more than maybe 1 year. Okay, it has been more than 1 year that I have opened my account. Okay, so try it out guys, very helpful feature. Okay, heat map and unusual volume, merge these two things, and I'm very sure that you will get a lot of scripts to trade on as a day trader, and you will be in profits. Okay, alright then, so that's it for now guys. I will wrap up, and yeah, see you next time with some other topic. Alright, you all take care and sleep well. Have a good night. Bye bye.